Hello guys, welcome to Tech Media, the most basic channel that we get to learn the simple tips and simple steps to do different things. And on today's episode we'll be learning about a wall switch. And a wall switch is used to switch on and off the light bulb. And we will be dismantling the switch, learning a few tips on how it operates, and then reassembling it, attaching it back to the wall and reconnecting the wires, and later on we'll switch on and off the light so that we can see whether we've learned a lesson. Welcome. As you can see, we've already removed the switch from the wall and our bulb is right there, and so we will be dismantling this switch, learning a few tips, and then later on we will assemble it and return it to its rightful place, connect the wires, switch on and off, get to learn the simple steps that you're supposed to take when your switch is damaged. Welcome. When dismantling our switch, we can either use a star or a screwdriver, or you can either use a tester to open these bolts. Once you've dismantled, you realize that there are these metallic parts. These metallic parts are the ones that are used to transmit, or rather carry, electricity from the live wire to the load which is the bulb. And what happens is that as you can see, there is this small metallic part. This is the one that moves on and on, up and down, thus completing the circuit. And there is also this spring and this plastic part. This is the one that is used as a pivot, so that it's able to move up and down so as to complete the circuit. As you can see, there's a two-way and a one-way. Remember that a one-way socket is used to just use one switch, but a two-way socket, it simply means that you can light one bulb using two switches that are located in different areas. You can have a bulb in your bedroom that can be switched on when you are at the sitting area and also at the bedroom. So meaning that you, with a two-way switch, you can have two switch with a two-way switch you can use two switches to control one bulb. What happens is that for you to have a two-way switch, both of the switches have to be inclined in an opposite direction for it to operate, because as you can see, this metallic part, when you take it up like this to this two-way, assuming that you're using our pivot, but our pivot will be the tester. Assuming the tester is a pivot, let's switch to the two-way, which is here above. You lift it there, meaning that you'll have completed the flow of current, the circuit. But for the current to flow, it simply means that the second switch has to be switched on a different opposite direction. It has to be, if you switch the first switch upwards, then the second switch has to be downwards, so as to touch this metallic part, the one-way metallic part, which controls the live wire to the bulb. That's that way, meaning that the first metallic part will have completed this flow of current to the other switch, and the second switch will have completed the flow from the live wire to the bulb. So they have to be inclined oppositively or in an opposite direction. Let's first deal with the one way, and for you to see it clearly, I'll have to remove this upper part, which is a two-way, so that you can see how it operates. Assuming that that part is removed, it is not there, it simply means that this being my pivot, which I have replaced it with a tester for you to see clearly. If for instance you switch on, which is already switched on because this metallic part is completing the circuit, meaning that the flow of current from the live wire, which will be passing from this direction, will go right straight to this live wire that goes to the bulb. Assuming this is the bulb and this is the live wire, it simply means that you'll have completed your flow of current. But if you switch off, it simply means that this pivot will have gone up, meaning that this metallic part won't be touching the lower metallic part, therefore meaning that the circuit will not be complete, therefore meaning that the bulb cannot light because there is no flow of current. That's how a bulb, in simple terms, layman's language, you can explain a bulb. And having explained that, we will assemble back the switch so that now we can connect back the wires for you to see how it operates. Let's assemble it back. Remember that also this plastic part has the sort of like pivots that play around the cover, the upper casing, so that it can be able to move up and down. These parts assumably play like pivots, assuming it's a seesaw. They play the part of a pivot so that it can move up and down when switching on and off. Now we will be assembling back the switch. Make sure that you've tightened it so that there won't be any play. Now that we've assembled back the switch, we will be connecting the wires. Remember that the wires, it is marked. This being the lone part, this is the live wire from the power supply, and this it is labeled as the one way. This is the part we'll be using because this is a one way, it's not a two way. We are using one socket switch to switch on the bulb, but if we could be using the two different switches, then we would use the two way in the way that I had explained. Let's go. As you can see on our wall, these two wires are red in color, meaning that the two should be carrying electricity, because as we had learned before on our current video, is that the color red coding means that it's a live wire which carries electrons from the power supply to the load, meaning that both of these are colored red, so both of them, they carry electricity, they are live wires. And remember that on a socket mostly we use live wires because it's the flow of current. There's no okay, in most cases there's the earth and there's the neutral, but mostly it's the red color because the earth and the neutral are fed directly from the power supply to the bulb without going through the switch, because the purpose of a switch is to break the flow of current when you want to switch off, and to reconnect when you want to switch on. So there's no need for earth wire and neutral wire. And I want to demonstrate, to make a simple demonstration before I can reconnect the wires. Let's see. As you can see, if I connect the wires directly using my hands, assumably my hands are the switch, I'm connecting the wires, you realize that the bulb is switching on. So this is the purpose of a switch. In layman's language, this is what a switch does, as you can see. So we are assuming my hands are the switch. So the purpose of a switch is to connect the wires and later on break the wires so that the bulb can light and it can go off. So we will be connecting our wires. So this is the live wire. We will connect the wire from the power supply. And this is the live wire going to the bulb, feeding the bulb with the electricity. So we will connect it to the one way. We are not using the two way, we will be using the one way. As you can see, the bulb is lighting on. Since we've connected, I will switch on and off the bulb, and you can realize that our switch is working. So thank you for watching. That is the simplest way we can learn about a switch. These are a task that anyone can undertake. And remember, this channel is about learning the simple steps, the basic steps that everyone can do by themselves. Thank you for watching. Keep on subscribing and let's learn together. Thank you.